Hello everybody, welcome to my first Civ 1 tutorial. We are going to be talking about the game and what you should do from turn 0 to turn 1. Anyway, we're going to be talking about, what you should probably be looking for and what you should probably be, planning in advance based on your surroundings. Firstly though, we should check, what we're playing with. We're playing on continents, playing on small, Emperor, quick. I wouldn't suggest going an Emperor, maybe Prince. Prince is a little bit better for the beginner, in my opinion. Or maybe even Settler, just so you can get the basics of the game and learn how to play, for example. Anyway, we have, I think, a pretty decent start. We have Grassland Stone, which obviously is very, very good. We're starting on a river. We're not starting on any sea. That can be. Oh, we've got some sea over here. So, however, it's way too far away to settle because to get there we'll have to waste not only one, but 2 turns to get there and then settle. That's definitely not worth it. But anyway, we should pretty much scout anyway. And I'm actually torn on where I should scout. It's either here or there, but I can't really tell. But it's always good to scout with your warrior first, just so you can get the lay of the land. And if there's a good spot or a wonder or something like that you see, then obviously that's pretty good to sell nearby. If you can see a wonder, maybe over here-ish, then obviously I would take probably 1 turn to get there and then sell the city and eventually my culture will get to there. But it'll depend on the wonder and stuff like that before I even consider that, because this is actually a pretty good start. River and stone, which is pretty good for your first city anyway. But anyway, I digress. We already have pretty good map vision so far. We just don't have map vision on the bottom over here. So what I'm gonna do is send my warrior all the way to this stone, because I think there's some forest here. I don't think I'll get much map vision over here, so I'm just going to send him to the stone. He gets there instantly because I got quick movements, and there's not much to die for over here, to be honest. There's some cows there, but we'll eventually get there, because if we put it on G, we'll naturally over time get every tile 3 from your city. So that's 1, 2, 3. It's definitely in range. So I think I'm just gonna settle right here. Alright. So that's good. Now we've got 2 buttons that we can press now, which is, in Civilization, the more buttons you can press, the better. Anyway, what should we do for our first research? Now, a lot of people ask me this, and a lot of people ask me, what should I build first? What should be my build order? But, it entirely depends on your play, but the standardized type of build order, you can say, is 2 scouts and a shrine. And obviously, to get that 2 scouts and a shrine, you also need to research pottery, because everyone knows you can't have shrines without pottery. So the first research you should probably get is pottery. And then if you go to Rome, scout, double scout, so you can just queue it out, double scout. It'll also depend on, if you're playing an archipelago, getting a scout at all is kind of unnecessary. You can probably, in that kind of instance, you should build your worker if you got a lot of tiles that you can improve. I don't have any tiles around here to improve, so if this was a very small island and I knew it was a small island, I would probably spend my production on a warrior first. The reason why is because, in this starting location there's forests, calendar, there's no tile I can possibly improve on when that worker gets pooped out. So unless I want to build up my worker, and then once I research tech that allows me to get like calendar or mining, for example, which I can very well do. I can like build up a worker, and as soon as pottery is done, I switch over to a shrine, build a shrine. While that shrine is building, I go into mining, and as soon as that worker gets pooped out, mining will be done, so I can chop down these forests. You know, that type of thinking is what you have to do in this early game. And since we're playing on continents, I know we're playing on continents, buying 2 scouts would be good, just for that shrine, and like the placement of your second city is so very important in the early game, so having 2 scouts scout the shrines and also scout possible locations for your second city is very, very imperative, and a lot of new players don't even get that at all. But anyway, I think that's all I could cover for the first game. You can also, if you're going Liberty, and you know you're going Liberty, remove the second scout and replace it with Monument. Which is kind of risky, because I wouldn't suggest playing Liberty games till you get the tradition side down and know a lot about micromanaging the cities and stuff like that. Anyway, I think that's all we had to cover for the first type of turn, so we've got to go next turn. If I miss out on something, let me know in the comments below! But until the scout is finished, we should probably... Oh, there's a ruin here. A quick discussion on ruins. They can be utter shit, or they can be very good. I think no matter how... I don't think it's random. Each game, so if you get a ruin and you find out it's utter shite, you can't just reload the save and, you know, go to the save ruin. Obviously it's randomly generated, but it's randomly generated before the map. It's not randomly generated when you go on the ruin. I think that's my that's how I think, because when I tried to do it, it didn't work. It could just be because like it's probability, and you know, it could happen just over and over, like 4 times in a row. But I think like shrines are predetermined before, like while the map is generating anyway. So anyway, the shrine is actually pretty good to get. That's why you're actually building a lot of scouts. Well, half the reason why you're building scouts. You also want to have, you know, that map, like vision, to know where your other guys are and where you should settle first, etc. But also getting these shrines first is also a pretty good thing to have, especially if they give you technologies, giving you an early lead. And that's basically what the early game is all about. The early game... Get the fuck out of here. The early game is all about getting that early lead. Oh, got some... Oh, got 2 population in our city now. That's actually pretty useful. Getting that early lead is very imperative for the mid-game to late game. And for Civilization in like general, if you can get a very good early start, that snowballs out of control. So it's something that you should really strive for, is to try to snowball as much as possible. There's a barbarian camp, which is going to be very, very annoying come turn 20 when they start to like poop out barbarians like there's no tomorrow. And trust me, when they start pooping out, it's going to be very, very difficult for you to hold on. We're actually at turn 3. I thought we are going to like stop at like turn 4 to 5, but I guess we can keep on going. We've got nothing really else. I think I'm going to get my scout shrine, then I'm probably going to end this Let's Play. But since there's nothing else to talk about so far, we haven't even got anything to speak about yet. But in 4 turns, 3 turns actually, I shall teach you all about a trick that I've learned. Also, Washington's right there. I'm actually very, very scared because he's probably going to advance towards me. I should probably build a city between me and him just so I can get that distance, because he is a well-known military power, or like at least he tries to be. So you have to keep an eye on that guy, or he'll probably ruin your entire day. But anyway, also to point out, we've got more science now because we've got an extra population. So he's probably only got 1 pop city so far, or he's just got 2 pops in his city. And also, why is that relevant? Because basically your science production is basically how how good your population is. So a 4-pop city is naturally going to produce more science than a 3-pop city, but also, you know, that doesn't really matter. Well, it does matter, but if you get your national college up, the gap between population is not too bad. Actually, no. If you get your national college up, then you pretty much will trounce. Even like a 5-population city can probably trounce a 10-pop city just because of the national college. And that is why you always should strive for the national college as soon as possible. But anyway, we've got our new scout. We're going to be scouting the north because we've already scouted a little bit of the south. I think there's going to be sea pretty much all to the east, so I think I'm going to send my scout north and my second scout southeast, just so I can have a little bit of map vision in both directions, so I know where I should probably send my second settler, because my first settler is definitely going to go between me and Washington. I don't like the fact that he can just walk up to my capital very, very easily. But anyway, there's nothing else to talk about in this turn, so let's go to the second turn. I'm just going to take a quick look at his capital too. Let me not talk to that. Oh, there's a ruin here that didn't even found. Alright, let's just steal that. Hopefully he doesn't get angry. Let's go a little bit more further north. There's not much. I can probably put a coastal city here if there's more hills. If there's tundra though, which I think there might be, then I'm less interested in that area. But anyway, we have researched pottery. We haven't really excreted the scout yet, so it's going to be a little bit delayed shrine, but that's hopefully that should be okay. So let me see. Now, what you're wondering, what should I do first? Alright, let's look at our capital so far. We have a lot of forests, so obviously mining is going to be important. We also got silver and masonry, which gives me an idea to get mining first, so I can get all of these like working. I can get some farms going and get a mine going. I can also, you know, research calendar, since I've already researched pottery, but that's 8 turns, mining is 5. I'll be able to use mining a little bit more earlier. But then again, I won't be getting that worker until a little bit later. So I think animal husbandry as a second choice is good, because if there's... well, there is going to be like horses, but you know, horses provide early production, which is very, very good to have, and you know, you get production for absolutely no reason because it just pops into existence, and there you go, that tile now has production. But yeah, that's why we choose animal husbandry, because you can use that production pretty much instantly. So let's go to the next turn. You should always try to research technologies as you can use them. As of now, even though I can research mining and like build a worker to research it, mining only takes 5 turns. A worker, at the moment, I think takes 11 to 12, 10 turns. So I can pretty much be halfway through the worker and then build the mining, and when the worker comes out, mining is researched and it could be used instantly. Something like timing like that is actually pretty useful to have. We also found Mount Fuji. What did we get? We got 60 gold that we can use to eventually buy a tile, wherever the horse may be. Maybe on this, hopefully on this grassland or plains. It's probably on the plains, to be honest. That's where it usually is. Let me just put this here. Got some gems. There's tundra here, but tundra hill, so it's not too bad. Next turn. Whew. We should, if this is the only tundra hill, then oh god, this is a not best spot. But you know, we've got deer here, so it's not too bad. But all this tundra is very, very horrible at everything it does. I'm sorry, but that's just how I feel. Anyway, shrine straight away. Also, a good trick to do is you go into citizen management. Since next turn we'll have an additional population, what I like to do is lock these down. A lot of other seasoned Civ veterans do this. It's min-maxing a lot. Go into production focus. As soon as this population is done building, it will go straight to this tile and it will produce additional production for whatever it's building. As soon as next turn is around and this city is off the ground in population, 3 pop city, we should then invest, we should then reset the tiles. My English is going everywhere today. I am very sorry, but now we got the second scout. Let's get a little bit more. If I'm going a little bit too fast for you guys, say in the comments and I'll completely redo this, because I'm trying to go as slow as possible. But again, I only have 15 minutes to do all this, but I think that should be, I think I should wrap this all up right now. So hope you guys enjoy. See you guys next time. Oh, actually no, we should go to next turn so I can see, so you guys can see what this actually does, what I've actually done to my city. So, as you might have known, this was going to take 5 turns. Now, if I go back to default progress, it's still going to take 3 turns. So we've shaved off, so it's going to take 5 turns. We've shaved off 2 turns in a turn, so that's actually pretty useful. So, stuff like that, you should definitely try to do a lot of. I think Scout, Shrine, Worker is very, very good. That's what I usually go for, just because I want to chop down these forests, build some farms, get the resources like cotton up, so I can build my second city very, very fast. Straight after the Worker, you should probably be building a settler, because settlers are very, very good to settle new cities, obviously, and getting that early border, like early growth, I should say, with caravans and stuff like that. But anyway, that should wrap us off for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope I see you guys next time in the next tutorial that I will be doing, and hopefully you'll learn something about this game, and you know, how to be good at this game, which is actually something people should strive for, because this is an actually very good game. So see you guys next time.